Ho, ho! Because you decided to include us as part of your holiday festivities, we thought it only fitting to start this Christmas Explore Tulsa with chocolate.
Then where the show must go on.
Followed by a little about the real house. Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. We hope you are having a wonderful Christmas with your family, and we're delighted you chose to include Explore Tulsa as part of your holidays.
And it wouldn't be Christmas at our house without some delicious chocolate.
And everyone knows that some of the best chocolate comes from Belgium.
Unless you have the N.
What do you mean an N, Stevie?
You know, an inside man, or in this case, a Belgium chocolate making miracle woman.
I'm originally from Belgium. And I moved here, 35 years ago. And my first experience with chocolate here was a Hershey bars. And that didn't go over very well, I'm sorry. As a child and even kind of as a teenager, you go to the grocery store in Belgium and you have just aisles upon aisles of nothing but chocolate. Chocolate cookies, chocolate this, chocolate that, pistachio filling, banana filling, I mean, you name it, it's right there. And then you come here and it's like, oh, there's not much there. We decided we wanted to manufacture chocolate and wholesale it, and we figured there was a little niche for it because nobody did this. We started out, we went and visited some of the little gift shops, and they were all really excited about this. And we did tell them that either they needed to have a refrigerated case or they needed to keep their air conditioner down at 72. Started, got quite a bit of orders. They went out, we were really proud, really excited, thought, all right, this is it, you know, the American dream. Pretty soon we'll just have this mansion. No, I'm just kidding. And the next day we get a phone call, your chocolates are bad. They're all white. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened? You know, that's your worst nightmare. I mean, you just started and the next day people are calling. So we would ask them, well, you know, did you keep your air on? Oh, well, no, you know, we cannot keep that air conditioner 24/7. Well, you know, we kind of told you, you have the refrigerated case. Well, no, we don't have that. And so we knew right then, I mean, this is not gonna work. We had invested in machines. I had gone back to Belgium. I went to the Calabot Institute. I learned how to do all this stuff. It was like, you know, we have too much invested in this. We need to do something. And then we decided, well, we're just gonna go ahead and do a retail shop. Now we were on 15th and Memorial, which at that time we did not think retail store. You know, we just had found a good deal on a place where we could just manufacture. After Christmas, we did get a call from the Tulsa World, said, well, you know, Valentine's coming up, do you mind if we do a little write-up on you? And we're like, no, you know, we know that that helps. I mean, that brings business in, you know, people will know that we're here. And we went there, I knew that we were gonna get kind of some you know, business from this. So I went in on the 12th, and I worked 24 hours because we had said that we would be open at 6 o'clock. And my husband came and helped me. And at 6 o'clock in the morning, he says, there was a Quick Trip around the corner. I'll go get us a cup of coffee and I'll pick up a newspaper, just kind of see what happened. He comes back, he goes, honey, he says, we're in so much trouble. I'm like, what happened? So he opens up the paper. I mean, and it is a full 2-page paper. And we just had a coffee and we just had our newspaper and we already had a line of people. And within 2 hours, we sold out of everything we had. So we were taking orders, you know, and saying, well, come back tomorrow morning, we'll have it ready. So we spent another 24 hours just making all these chocolates. And that just, you know, that was it. I mean, we knew that there was something there. Our most popular piece is the caramel, we call it the caramel pecan, but it's like a turtle, except instead of making the big chunk, we take 2 pecans, we put a piece of caramel between it, and we just hand dip those. And then the pretzel sticks dipped in caramel and dipped in the chocolate. Those 2, I always tell, you know, the wonderful people who work with me that the day that we don't make those anymore, we might as well close our door, because that's it. You know, that's just the ultimate favorite one. Everybody loves chocolate, so it just makes you happy, you know? I mean, it's kind of finicky, but it's forgiving because even if it doesn't work, you can do something with it. It's not perfect, people still like it, you know? I mean, it's just, It's a peacemaking thing. And if you don't know what else to get somebody, it's like, let's go get some chocolates.
Christine is one of the happiest chocolate making experts I've ever met, and her chocolates are amazing.
If you'd like to indulge in Christine's chocolates for yourself, visit NouveauChocolates.com or stop in at her shop in the Rose District on Main Street in Broken Arrow.
You know, Christine's place is a great spot to get a little chocolate cappuccino on your way to the theater performance at the Broken Arrow PAC.
Hold on. Since when did you become such an aristocrat?
Since I found out that chocolate could be involved.
Oh, well, just ahead, we visit with Mike Fry to learn a little of the history and performances offered at the Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center.
Russified! Sounds better on big speakers.
I could see that.
Possible, no longer optional for us to be honest.
It's ambition. I thought I told you, but y'all just went to the show sitting in the front row in a black tracksuit.
Unable to pair.
You gotta be kidding me.
Wish I was a little bitch. I wish I was a ball.
English, Portuguese, English.
Mother.
I wanna lay you down.
Incoming call.
Having a nervous breakdown.
You don't gotta go to work, 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 work. We can work tomorrow. We can work tomorrow.
Happy holidays, and thank you for letting us be a part of your celebration on Explore Tulsa. Now, Stevie, did you ever do any type of theater work during your career?
As a matter of fact, I co-starred in the off-Broadway production of Neil Simon's Chapter 2.
Just how off-Broadway was it?
The Strand Theater in Galveston, Texas.
Lucky for us, we have a beautiful theater that brings us famous performers right in our own backyard at the Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center.
I found the Performing Arts Center, my mother called me. I was living in New York at the time, and she said, you know, I heard they're building a Performing Arts Center in Broken Arrow, and here I am, 8 years later. So yeah, I owe it to my mom. Thanks, Mom. I was a professional singer, actor. I was working at Radio City Music Hall at the time, also in the front of house management side of things, and living and working and doing the New York thing. It was a dream come true to be a working professional actor, whether it's in New York or Dallas or Tulsa or wherever, but to be able to do it and have some success in New York was great, and something that I'm glad I got to do and have that experience on stage, which in a lot of ways prepared me for my experience here running this theater and being a presenter of Broadway tours. It's really incredible how this came to be and how it came to be where it is. It anchors what we call the Rose District here in Broken Arrow, our Main Street Arts and Entertainment District. And when it was built, there wasn't much to the Rose District at all. It wasn't even called the Rose District, and when I came in, it was a beautiful building with nothing else around it. And this facility was built with school bond dollars. It's owned and operated by Broken Arrow Public Schools, but with the partnership with city leaders, Chamber of Commerce leaders, they made that decision to make the PAC in a more centralized location for the 27 school sites of Broken Arrow, but also give an entertainment venue to the city of Broken Arrow. Well, Kristen, we named the theater after Kristen when she first came here in 2012, was her return home. And it really became just an incredible partnership. And through that, she created the Kristen Chenoweth Arts and Education Fund, which she and I run together along with the help of her friend John Sawyer, Jack Wallace, Melinda Klontz, and the Arts Alliance of Broken Arrow. Kristen and I, of course, she went on to much greater fame than I did, and deservedly so. She's an incredible powerhouse. Knew Kristen back in high school. Theater circles are very small. I was a Jinx Trojan, and she, of course, was a Broken Arrow Tiger. And her good friend, lifelong friend, and my friend, John Sawyer, was kind of the connecting point for us. And we were able to reconnect a lot of years later right here in Broken Arrow. And we've been able to create very unique opportunities for students. We have a Broadway boot camp where we bring in the musical theater staff from Oklahoma City University. We scholarship those kids. We pick 40 kids. They audition from all over the state, and they get to spend a week working with industry professionals. Kristen comes in and spends some time with them as well and brings a lot of her Broadway buddies along with it. We also have done a yearly thing called the Master Class with Kristen, and that we audition kids from all across the country. We've even had video submissions from Mexico, New Zealand, Great Britain, Canada, and those kids are chosen and they perform on stage in front of Kristen and about 1,500 people, and Kristen works with them, kind of gives them a master class right there on stage in front of people. And we've got a lot of other plans down the road as we continue to grow. Yeah, our subscriber base has grown steadily over now in our 8th season. I'm very excited and pleased with that. I think it's important that people realize that even though we present 10 to 15 professional shows a year, the hall is filled in another 200 plus days a year with school district events, choir concerts, high school musicals, you name it, it's here. I tell people all the time that this is my New York Yankees job. I feel like to be able to open the doors on a venue and to be able to be embraced by a community and really a state now that recognizes what we're trying to do here, because from the very beginning we've been about the why that we're here, not the what that we do, but the why we're here. And the reason we're here and the why is that we can impact kids, we can make a community and state remember what the arts can do for people in their lives, in daily lives. They don't have to be a Broadway star like Kristen Chenoweth, but the arts will impact you greatly.
That place is amazing, and really wonderful that Broken Arrow community gets to take advantage of the talents and experience of artists like Mark Fry and Kristen Chenoweth.
To learn more about upcoming performances and events you might enjoy for yourself, visit brokenarrowpac.com.
You know what would make a great story for the theater?
No, what's that?
How R.D. Hull developed the fishing reel.
Hold on, how would that make a great story for the stage?
I don't know, I'm just kind of fishing for ideas. Get it?
I got it. Now, we may be not able to create a theater performance for the fishing reel, but we can find some good folks that can share a story about the invention.
And show us the amazing house he built to celebrate his success when we return with more Explore Tulsa. Hey, it's Stevie from Explore Tulsa with my friend and optometrist for many years, Dr. Robert Zellner. Tell everybody why it's so good to come in to see you.
Well, that's a great question. Let's see, we've got 2 great locations. We try to stay cutting edge at every point along the way because, let's face it, everybody wants to come in and get taken care of in a timely fashion and get the latest, greatest stuff and save some money and get on with their life. And see clearly.
And if you don't believe it, look on the website.
Absolutely, drzellner.com. You can find that we have our 2 locations at 69th and Memorial and 3030 South Harvard, or you can give us a call at 749-2020 or 461-2020.
And I got 4 kids, and I gotta tell you, as a big family like that, it's affordable too.
Oh yes, and of course, the number 1 reason, you save some money. I mean, with our 2-pair specials, with our different unique packages that we put together, I mean, you can come in here and your money can go a lot farther than anywhere else.
And that's why with Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates, seeing is believing.
Oh, I like that, Stevie. Well done.
Always friendly. Always delicious. Welcome to Asahi Sushi Restaurant, Tulsa's favorite home for amazing sushi. For over 16 years, Rocky and his staff have been serving the most affordable sushi in Tulsa. Open for a fast lunch or casual dinner. Each entree served to perfection. Asahi Sushi Restaurant at 71st and Memorial, just behind Toys R Us.
Hi there. If you're a fan of fishing, you'll be so glad you stuck around for more Explore Tulsa. What are you doing, Stevie?
Trying to make sure I look my best. Santa might be watching, and I think there's still time to make the nice list.
Then you might want to help me introduce our next segment. I hear Santa likes to do a little fishing during the off-season.
You might be right. Santa, you'll love our next segment, introducing us to the West Texas watchmaker that in 1947 came up with the idea for a fishing reel while watching a meat counter clerk pull string from a spool.
The guy that built this was named R.D. Hull. He was the inventor of the Zebco Reel. He owned the Zebco Reel manufacturing company. And everybody's heard it started off as Zero Bomb Company, and this was after World War II, and a lot of the people that manufactured military stuff was needing a new product, and so it went well with him. He did real well. The reel that he invented wouldn't backlash, and a novice, which would be me, could use the reel effectively at fishing, and that just totally changed the fishing industry, because everybody could use them and everybody wanted one or multiples of them. But I feel like he had a very creative mind in his development of and sales of the reel, and I felt like he did some of his finer work right here on this house. You know, you just don't see anything like this anywhere. He went to see an architect. His name was Cecil Stanfield, and he went in. He said he's dressed about like I do, you know, just plain. And he went in. He said, "Cecil, I'd like for you to build me a house." And he said, "Well, tell me about this house." And he said, "Well, I want it to be 16,000 square feet. It'll be a round house." And he started describing it. And he said, when he first told him that, he said, "I thought that he meant 1,600. He just said the wrong unit." But he said he didn't describe it very long till I knew he meant 16,000. He only lived 7 years. I've lived in here twice as long as he did. He even called me. No, I called him and talked to him, and he invited me down, and I just neglected to find the time to come down, and because we watched it being built, and I've regretted that so many times. I'd like to have met him. We wanted it, we bought it, we've lived in it till we got too old to take care of it, and now we'd like to pass it on to someone else that appreciate it and enjoy it.
Mr. York is so full of interesting stories. Looks like I got a big one.
Watch it, mister.
I mean, very lean, athletic, feisty one.
Now stick around, because next up, we take you on a tour of the York's 14,000 square foot home, originally built by R.D. Holt, when we come back with more Explore Tulsa. Why are we in spacesuits?
We are traveling to the future, where TVs have a contrast range between 400 nits of brighter whites and blacks as deep as 0.4 nits, and 10-bit color. It gives us over 1 billion individual colors on the screen.
Video Revolution already has tomorrow's TVs today, with the best in Sony high dynamic range TVs.
TVs with contrast and color offering more natural, true-to-life colors?
Oh yes, Video Revolution now and in the future on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
We do podiatry, we do dental oral appliances, we do women's health, we see children, pediatrics, and overall family care.
I'm a primary care provider for Sooner Care. We're also taking commercial insurances now as well. Any given day, I might do a well child on a 4-day-old baby, and then see a 72-year-old who's here because they need to follow up on their sleep study.
Patients seem to like the idea where they can just come here and they don't have to worry about going to all these different specialists, whether they need a sleep study or a CPAP machine or diabetic shoes or an oral appliance. We help bring all that to the table for them.
And especially with oral appliances, custom fit by a specially trained dentist, and we have Dr. Bennett, who's the best in the business.
It has been my dream to be able to work with all the specialties together. There are not many places in the United States that have all parts of this together. It's to me, it's amazing, and that's truly how sleep and patient care should be.
We can control lighting products, shade, thermostats. We can integrate with alarm companies, door locks, ceiling fans, sprinkler systems.
For instance, if you wanted to walk into your theater room and press play on your DVD and you want your lights to turn down 50%, if you want to turn your lamp on and off, if you want to be able to start your coffee pot in the morning or set a timer to do that with Z-Wave technology, you have that capability.
From ground zero, a customer can start with as simple as a couple light switches or light bulbs even from Philips, and go through and we can build on that and decide if they want to scale it out and they really enjoy those features.
And then if you want to add your lights, your thermostats, controlling your garage door, closing drapes, anything that you may want to do can be added piece by piece.
We don't like to have to press buttons if we don't have to. We've began to do integration with voice control where you can actually speak in a room.
You can give out a simple command like lock the door, turn up the thermostat to 75 degrees.
And with preset commands, you can make shades come down, lights come on, or make your television start playing Netflix, all with very simple voice prompts.
Normally we like to set up a free in-home consultation. We'll come out, see what your needs are, see what equipment you may have.
A lot of modern products are already compatible with smart control and home automation.
We can give suggestions from there, see what all you may want to be able to control.
The possibilities are endless these days.
It's this time of year, having all of the family over, that makes you think you might need a little more room to spread out at your house.
Well, unless your home is around 14,000 square feet with an indoor pool and shuffleboard.
Then I'd say you're pretty set, just like Bill and June York at the home they call the Acorn Hole.
When we first saw it, my wife didn't want this house. Too much house, run down pretty bad. But I could see what it could be turned into. If you recognize a good buy, and if you can see what's going to happen in the future, usually any kind of a purchase, especially in real estate, it'll stun you how much you can gain that way. But I could see the quality of the home and the uniqueness of the home, and we loved it, and it's been a real fun place to live.
Quite an engineering feat at any time. It's got 28 beams that support the building. They extend from the outside and they curl up in the center over the swimming pool.
Back in the 70s, it was okay to get the materials out of the rainforest of Central America. So this decking, which is about 20,000 square feet, is it's Brazilian fir.
There are 3 theme decorated rooms, and the furniture goes with the theme of the room, Italian, French, and Oriental. The master is 3 rooms in one, the bedroom. Then the next room has a kitchen, a hidden kitchen, or a morning kitchen, some people call it. And then the living room is next to that, completing the 3 rooms, and it has a nice view of the lake. There's a shuffleboard in the hallway, and then in the game room we have pinball machines and a pool table and a game table, and it's a nice room to have some fun in.
The doors, there's 43 of those. They are hand carved from Mexico. And I believe they're $3,000 or $4,000 doors because they're so unique and special. The hardware's all great, it's all ball bearing. And if you looked in the bathrooms, the fixtures in the bathrooms are high dollar. He had lots and lots of money, and he just did everything first class.
Been here 16 years, and we have had lots of baby showers, wedding showers, family reunions, class reunions, and Christmas and Thanksgiving, just all the holidays and special events.
My class had a prophecy section in the annual, and they said that the football star would be a doctor and the baseball star would be a lawyer, and they said old Bill York will still be mowing lawns. When I started doing all this investing in the properties I bought, and I'd buy this distressed rental property, and I'd get out there on my big mowers, I thought about that. I thought, boy, were they ever right. But the end of the story, they have been to our house 3 times for 5-year class reunions, and it's a joy to provide a facility like this for a special group like my class to come to and reminisce and mix and have fun.
Well, getting to know the Yorks has been truly special, a privilege, I might say. They're so warm and welcoming.
Being exposed to poverty makes you tough. It makes you think entrepreneurially. It makes you act on and have the nerve to act on your feelings on what you should and shouldn't do. Most of our gain has been through our investments. And my wife and I have been frugal. We've asked the Lord for blessings. We've served the Lord and keep Him first. And just, it's been a good plan. It worked real good for us.
What a great piece of history that home is. If only Santa would have given me like $6 million.
If you'd like to learn more about the Yorks home and many others like it, look up Mark and Jane Youngblood at TulsaTownhomes.com.
Man, walking through that fishing reel house made my house feel so small.
Just how small, Stevie?
So small that when you walk in, you're already out. So small that the welcome mat only says, well.
Okay, let me stop you there. Stick around, there's more Explore Tulsa just ahead.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99 or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Be sure and join us next week when we take a look back at Explore Tulsa for 2016 and a few of our most memorable moments.
Special thanks to Christine Joseph for filling our lives with chocolate joy at Nouveau Chocolates in Broken Arrow.
Well, thanks too to Mark Fry, Kristen Chenoweth, and everyone involved in bringing us all the wonderful shows at the Broken Arrow PAC.
Also thanks to Bill and June York for opening the doors to their beautiful home to share its rich history and style.
Remember, if you miss any of the show, you can always catch us at exploretulsa.com.
As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
And hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook and share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about.
Plus, remember, Explore Tulsa is brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Stop by, say hello to Ron and all the guys for all your home entertainment needs.
And Explore Tulsa is also proudly brought to you by Dr. Robert Zollner and Associates.
Home of Tulsa's best eye care value with 2 locations, 3030 South Harvard and 69th and Memorial.
Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show. But we wish you a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.